Hi and welcome. My name is Christine, and we are going to do a short sequence with heartburn and pregnancy. So, how can yoga help when you are feeling like you are having some heartburn? So, it's interesting to know that some studies have shown that up to 50% of women will experience heartburn when they are pregnant. So, that is, you're not alone. It's also more common towards the end of the pregnancy. So, there's many reasons why it can happen. So the thing to think about is why when people are pregnant, they are more apt to have this problem or challenge of heartburn. It's because progesterone, it relaxes the smooth muscles of the body. So the sphincter is at the base of the esophagus and it doesn't close as tightly as it did pre-pregnancy. Also, the uterus, there's lots of pressure with the growing uterus as you get further along in your pregnancy. So that would lead to the acid will escape from the stomach and move up to the esophagus and cause that acid reflux or heartburn that you may be experiencing. So those are some of the reasons. And what do we do in yoga? Well, in yoga, we do heart openers. So heart openers will help with this. It is a great thing to do to just kind of make a little bit more room and counteract that pressure that you might be experiencing. Things that we would avoid if you're having heartburn in pregnancy would be anything where your head is lower than your heart. So any forward folds, even downward dogs. When you're having heartburn, we would avoid that when you're doing yoga. So I'm actually going to show you a downward dog on the wall that will help stretch your back and feel good without hopefully causing any of the discomforts of heartburn. So for this short sequence, we'll do about 4 poses or so depending on time. You're going to need, if you have blocks handy, I know a lot of people don't have blocks handy, so if you don't, no worries. Just try to get like a big book. Harry Potter books are great, or just use these to stack. And bolsters. And again, most people may not have a bolster, so a chair cushion is a great option, a couch cushion, or a quilt. Even like a thick quilt folded up would be great. So let's get started. So I'm going to go on back and we'll do a few poses to help. So starting, like I said, we're going to do downward dog on the wall. So get close to a wall. What you're going to do is you're going to get your chest parallel to the floor and your arms are going to be extended. So taking your time, just finding your wall here and just pushing your feet out as far as you feel comfortable. Spreading your hands nice and wide, and your goal is to make your back as flat as possible. And it's like you're taking your tailbone and you're just lifting it up towards the ceiling. If it feels not too comfortable for you to like lock your arms, then just have a soft bend to your arms. Ideally, your neck is in a neutral position here. And your knees can also be soft, meaning not bent, not locked, if that feels better for you. And just feeling this beautiful downward facing dog. If this is a regular pose that you do in your practice and you feel very balanced, you can go ahead and just take each heel and just gently rock up and down on each heel just to get a little bit of a calf stretch as well. So this is a downward dog. So feel free to stay here as long as you want. You can pause this recording, but I'm going to move on. So coming out of this pose, you just want to make sure that you're looking up towards your fingers and then just pressing firmly into the wall, just bringing your feet up towards the front and then just gently coming out from that posture. The next posture we're going to do is called Warrior One, which is another chest opener. It also, when you put your arms up in a pose, it can help alleviate some of that esophageal pressure that we were speaking about. So Warrior One, bringing your right foot forward first, and then your left foot's going to be behind you at a 45-degree angle. Your hips are going to be facing forward. Your front knee is going to be bent over your ankle and pointing towards the middle or baby toe side. That's just to protect your knee. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bring your arms up towards the heavens, Sinking your hips down here, chest is open. If it feels okay for you, looking up towards your fingertips. Hugging your beautiful baby in. It's nice to connect with your little one right now. They may be causing you a little discomfort. But they're super sweet. So coming out of this posture, just floating your hands down. You can straighten that leg or soft bend and just bring the left foot to meet it, and getting ready to do this on the second side. So left foot is forward, right foot is at that 45-degree. Hips are facing forward. Pressing down, and then when you're ready, lifting up. Taking 5 nice breaths here. And try to drop your shoulders away from your ears and down the back here. And just saying things to yourself like, I have a healthy pregnancy. My baby will be healthy. Affirmations are so good. I know it's hard sometimes when you're not feeling well. Great. And last breath here. And then gently bringing your hands down, bringing your foot to meet, and we're going to go into what's called a modified camel pose. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me a little better. Take your time. I know it's not so easy with position changes, especially as you get towards the end of your pregnancy. So going on to your knees here, and if your knees are tender, you can take a blanket and put your lean or be on a blanket here for support. I like to support my lower back with this posture. So I'm taking my thumbs and I'm just bringing them to the sacrum, which is your lower back, and pointing your fingertips down. Take a nice inhale. With an exhale, you're going to press firmly into the tops of your feet, your thighs, and you're just going to lift your chest up here. This is a very gentle back bend. Don't forget to breathe. And if it's in your practice to do a full camel, you can go ahead and bring yourself down towards your ankles. So many options here, or if this is too intense or if your neck doesn't feel good, just go back to a neutral position and make this a very, very minor back bend. Any amount of back bend is going to help you feel a little bit better. Very nice. And then coming out of this, so tucking the chin, and then just gently bringing yourself back out of your camel pose. Next is supported fish pose. So here's where you would use those blocks or books and also any blanket. So I'm just going to scoot over here real quick and get my props. So you want to take your blocks and you want to make a T shape. So I hope you can see that. It's like a T shaped here. So the blocks are going to be on the long side. So this is, you also can make this back one a little bit higher if you need to, and taking your blanket and just patting yourself here. So I like to have actually this back one a little bit higher. You want to make sure that your neck is supported in this posture. If you get into the right position, it feels so wonderful. So this is like the ultimate back bend to me, heart opener. So take your bottom and bring it right to the edge of where your block is, and then just gently using your elbows and bringing yourself back. So you might want to scoot. Even I have to adjust myself a little bit because you want to make sure that your head is supported. And then I'm bringing my soles of the feet together in a reclined butterfly position. If that doesn't feel nice for you, you can go ahead and just bring them out straight. Arms can be up, palms up, and feel your chest opening. This should feel really lovely. This also can be, honestly, a very vulnerable pose because you're very exposed. So if you feel like you want to just put a blanket over you, or even like a block here, like down by where your hips are to center you, or even just putting your hands on your growing belly, your baby, and just checking in, telling your baby that you are safe, you're both safe. And just take 2 more breaths here in this ultimate beautiful heart opener. All our tools in our toolbox to help you feel a little bit better from that heartburn. Nice. And then tucking the chin, bringing your elbows or hands to the mat and just gently pressing up out of this posture. And I hope that this short sequence has been very helpful for you to alleviate some symptoms of heartburn. Know that you are not alone. I hope to see you in some other yoga classes. We're going to take 2 cleansing breaths and end this class. So inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale. And exhale. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Be well.